but I could not eat it every day. Very strong flavor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, for me. So that's why I'm like, okay, maybe I need to eat like a monk.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is good. I like the last one. No? Oh, why not? Okay.
Rebecca wants to slurp it. Hello dear Epicureans, this is Jisoo and welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at temple food. I'm on my way to a temple food restaurant. We will eat it together and see how it tastes and how it looks and how it feels. Together with me is my dear friend from Germany, Rebecca.
Hi.
Hi Rebecca, hallo,
Ja.
wie geht's?
Gut, ein bisschen gejetlaggt.
Ja. Und es ist ziemlich kalt, oder? Wobei
Es ist sehr kalt,
Berlin ist auch.
Ja, aber es ist auf jeden Fall schön, dass es richtiger Winter ist.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for coming along.
Yeah,
And,
it's so great to be here. It's like my first time in Korea, so it's great that I have a tour guide to show me around where all the good food is.
Oh yeah, I'm glad to be your tour guide. Although I wish I would be better, but I'm working on that. And so you asked about temple food, huh?
Yes.
Can you tell me why? What is interesting about it, or?
I like it because so usually the Korean culinary dishes are not very vegetarian friendly. What I've noticed a little bit. I mean, they are known for Korean barbecue, Korean fried chicken, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all pretty nice, but once in a while, a vegan dish, a veggie dish is also so great.
Yeah.
And so, like this Buddhism cuisine, which is temple food, is like, I think it can be very healthy. Also, especially for me, dealing with some issues like fructose intolerance. So I cannot eat like onions and leeks and all that stuff. And I heard that they are like leaving that out in the dishes.
Yeah.
So I thought like, oh, that could be very nice for me. So I'm looking really forward to temple cuisine, and I had it once in Japan, and let's see how the Korean temple cuisine looks like.
Great. So yeah, friends, as Rebecca already mentioned, so the temple cuisine or the monastery Buddhist cuisine in Korea, they are quite distinct in their use of ingredients, and especially avoiding certain ingredients. We'll come more to the details. And yeah, I'm very interested and intrigued how they manage to really tingle our taste buds with these natural ingredients and without using certain things.
We eat too much salt anyways, right? Too much salt, too much spices. So I think our mouth is maybe kind of used to have a lot of strong flavors. So like not using a lot of spices, a lot of sauces, like kind of sticking to the pure veggies. How is that feeling for us? Like maybe we think it's totally bland.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. I think I love your expression. I think the purity, the pure taste. I'm really looking forward to that. So shall we go?
Yes, let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, from left to right.
So the first one is what we would translate as amuse-bouche. So it moisturizes your mouth. In Korean, so the name is 술적심. 술적심.
술적심.
Sul is the spoon. You wet the spoon. So it can mean spoon, but it also can mean mouth. So it's kind of a,
That's very refreshing.
yeah. So this next one is juksang. This is actually sort of the main meal that this was consumed by the Buddhist monks.
Oh, really?
Yes. So this porridge would be like comparable to porridge. It serves to vanquish the 4 discomforts of life.
For discomforts, okay.
Yeah. So it vanquishes hunger, thirst, fatigue, and exposure. So and as well as promoting digestion.
Okay, it tastes nice, but I could not eat it every day. This
Yeah.
is very strong flavor.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
for me. With red beans, I like them when red beans when they're sweet, like red bean paste in a mochi. Then I like a red bean.
Ah, okay.
But there's something about the consistency which is a little bit odd on my mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Unfamiliar.
this would not be. Maybe I wouldn't be a good monk.
Yeah. But this in the Korean cuisine, so not just in the temples, but I think in households as well, you would eat this quite regularly. Yeah.
As a breakfast or as a starter of a shared meal?
It could be for breakfast as well, but also for like a main dish. You can eat it, and it's simple, you know, but it also nourishing. As mentioned before, it vanquishes your hunger, and your thirst. So yeah.
But of course, with a lot more salt and sugar.
Yeah. Flavoring.
Yeah, but that's what I like about temple cuisine. I mean, it has not so much salt and sugar, and they kind of do not use like all the onion vegetables, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because I'm fructose intolerant and vegan at home, so it's sometimes difficult to find some food which will match properly for my stomach, and so that's why I'm like interested in temple food, because there it's very creative food, but still without all the usual good stuff like garlic and lots of spices and onions, and so that's why I'm like, okay, maybe I need to eat like a monk.
Yeah. So one of the key pillars of the monastic cuisine is to not use some key ingredients, actually ingredients that we would take for granted. And these are actually to avoid the triggering of your emotions and your desires. So you would it will help you calm your mind by avoiding these ingredients. And
so these ingredients would mean they push my emotions?
Yes.
Okay, wait, what are the ingredients?
So the ingredients are green onions, garlic, wild chives, crown daisy,
whatever that is,
and ginger, wild ginger.
Even ginger?
Yes.
I think I've never had it, because ginger in general is like very good for the immune system, very healthy, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, all the others I do not have in my meal plan because it's like not very good for my stomach and my digestion.
Okay.
But,
interesting. Interesting that
but
somehow
I'm still
correlates.
not balanced. But I'm still not balanced.
Knowing that garlic and green onions are so key in the Korean cuisine,
Oh man, this is good. I like the last one.
This is kimchi, water kimchi.
But it has some spice. It has some twist to it. Am I allowed to slurp it, or do I need to have the full spoon the whole time?
What do you mean, slurp?
Like, do this.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm never sure if I'm allowed to do it, or if it would be polite or unpolite to do it. So it's much easier instead of
it's
with
that
a small
delicious.
spoon.
Rebecca wants to slurp it.
Our food culture is totally different than from Korean food culture, because when we eat, it's usually we do not have shared plates, right? We have like one main dish, and that's like our dish.
Right.
And so some Germans really, especially the elder generation, is like really not used to like, oh, why are you going into my food? And it's like, so I want to have my own space. So that's something very new, like, and also the thing like that you as Koreans eat very often combined with drinking alcohol, right? So for us, it's like restaurant or bar. And then when you go to the bar, you always have these terrible just snacks, right? Like these peanuts. Or whatever. And then people also get very drunk very easily. And also what's very interesting is like German food and Korean food has a lot of the same ingredients. Cabbage, potatoes, pork, onions.
Yeah.
So beef, chicken. So it's a lot of the same, carrots also very often, right? And cucumbers. So it's so interesting like how different the cuisines are, like, because we share the same raw foods, but still it's so different.
That's the beauty, yeah? That's the beauty of different cultures and countries. What I really like about, one second, this is also referred to as the 승소. 승소, and 승소 translated, it means the smile of the monk.
Okay.
Temples have referred to dishes such as noodles and dumplings and pancakes, rice cake and tofu as delicious foods that make monks smile. So that's why it's this step of the meal called 승소.
Okay, and she said we should start with the noodles first. They're very sticky. Yeah, it's cold. Very cold. It tastes a little bit like, you know, what you do for kids when they have stomach issues. You grate carrots and apples with like this fine grater and have like then this little mush. It tastes like that a little bit. I can see that more on a really hot and moist summer day. And you are very sweaty or whatever.
I also like this. There's a hint of vinegar. Can you taste it? It elevates the.
It has a really good flavor profile. It is very complex. I mean, the noodles have also a nice buckwheat taste.
Yeah.
For me, I never know if I can bite noodles off or if I should slurp them all.
In Korea, I think you can do both, no? Yeah. Easy going.
Because sometimes you have one noodle and then slurping, then it catches some more, and so it's like slurp, 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 and gets like, oh. The temple cuisine in Japan, when I was in Kyoto, I don't recall that it was that spicy.
Ah, okay.
Maybe that is a Korean twist on it. Yeah, this is really good. Tastes a little bit like Sichuan cuisine. And I like how crunchy it is.
This one, yeah. It's candied. Candied with soy sauce.
So sugar is not a thing then? You like it? No? Oh, why not? But it doesn't taste like mushrooms. It just tastes like the sauce. I think you taste the mushroom because you know it's a mushroom, huh?
And the texture. From the texture, it's a little bit mushroomy.
That's right. That's right. How often do you go out with your kids to eat?
Once a week, twice a week. Yeah. In Korea, it's so convenient to order. Like the delivery system is so good.
Okay.
So actually, quite often, when we're like faced with the choice of going out or just staying in and ordering, we often order. So.
Is it very common to have kids in restaurants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm vegan at home, so when I cook for myself, I'm always vegan because I think like you don't need to eat animal products or meat every day. And when I go out, I'm a mix of vegan, vegetarian, from time to time fish, and meat just very rarely. So I also was like a little bit afraid of coming to Korea knowing it is kind of not yet the most advanced vegetarian cuisine. I mean, you have a lot of veggies.
Internationally known. It's very advanced, actually.
You think so?
Yes.
But all your traditional dishes have meat or seafood or fish in it.
I think those that are like internationally, like that are exported. There's a lot of the banchan, you know, the side dishes.
Yeah.
They are vegetarian.
Restaurants, I see what they are serving.
Yeah.
It seems very meat heavy. So I didn't find it so easy to find vegetarian places.
All right. Enjoy.
Enjoy, yeah. So this is the main course.
Yes. This bowl is what monks use at the temple. It's called 발우, and it means to embrace the universe.
To embrace the universe. Okay. Not very comforting or
Comforting.
Yeah, not very like, oh yeah, let's dive in and have more of it. I don't know, anstrengend always in English.
Like straining.
It's like really, for the flavor profile, it's really happening a lot in the mouth, brain. These countries are nice. And something here was also, I think this also was very special.
I think especially the fermented parts.
Yeah,
I'm familiar.
When it's very long fermented. I mean, it makes a weird taste because of all the bacteria in it. And the sticky rice is nice. That I had the choice of having meat or not having meat. Because yesterday for the food tour on the night at the walking tour, when we went to Gwangjang market, they didn't ask even if we are vegetarians or not. They just put the food in front of us and like, so there's beef broth. Okay.
Oh, so it was part of the tour? These meals at the market?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
A challenge, I have to say. I didn't expect it to be, but that was a challenge.
Yeah.
So I
So this is bellflower root sweets
Yeah.
and cinnamon tea.
Cinnamon tea.
Oh yeah, and it's covered in dok, which is rice cake. Yeah, bellflower and the red bean. What are your impressions?
On temple food,
Yeah.
it started nice
Yeah.
and became flat. No, I mean it was interesting because it's always great to see a variety on vegan food, right? To see how different vegan food can be without using supplements.
Yeah.
So that's always very good and gives inspiration for their own cooking. But there were definitely flavors which I never had before, which is also very interesting, and I like that, to explore that. But I think I thought it would have been more balanced or more pure flavors, like that it's more the pure flavor of something and
Less
less processed, yeah, and processed in a good way, right? But still, everything was like, this was served with a special herb. This was served as a fermented version, and so I thought it would have been more like just a pure
raw
veggie and a simple broth or whatever. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Thought temple cuisine would be like.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised by its Koreanness. So to see it, like that, and I like that you have always different components, kind of make a very balanced meal then, and try here and there. I like that it's, and I do not feel full, but I feel done, but not full. And usually, when you go out and have like a multi-course menu, sometimes you're very full afterwards.
Yeah.
And as I don't drink alcohol, it was also nice that nothing was missing, right? Like for me, it's like nice to have a nice tea instead of water. So that's very nice because it's also coming more and more popular to have like alcohol-free drinks company. Like, so that is, instead of just, plain water, great, that's your solution for not drinking alcohol. So I think that is nice. So it was very interesting, but it's also very special for me. So I think it's nothing I would do on a regular basis, I have to say. I would need to dive in to see what the daily Buddhist cuisine would look like. Like, I mean, you mentioned earlier this kind of bean porridge. I don't know about it, if I would adapt it to my regular cuisine. But so that would be also interesting now to see what the Buddhists would eat on their daily routines,
Yeah.
because I think
Yeah.
that is also show off, a kind of
little
a
bit,
show
sure.
off
Yeah.
menu.
I think so. I think so as well. You know, my impression was similar. That, or at least I'm left with a small like question mark.
Yeah.
Whether this is, I don't know if authentic is the right word, but for the lack of a better word, like authentic temple cuisine that we ate today.
Yeah.
Or whether it was a little bit more and therefore a little bit more intense and a bit more surprising. So I would maybe, like inside I would feel, I want to try more and understand whether this is the norm.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Or whether,
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
we have been just to this one restaurant, so, you know, maybe in a temple, you know, as you mentioned, temple stay experience, where they would serve there, would be probably closer to what they have on a daily basis. So, dear Epicureans, we had a very nice and interesting experience, a nice meal, eating Korean temple food. So thank you, Rebecca, for joining the table. Leave your comments down below and like and subscribe. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye.